Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Outside the Box. I'm your host, Onay, the CEO, and we have a fire episode for you tonight. I have one of my favorites in the building, so I want you to stay plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. We're back at you with another week, another flavor, and another segment. And today, without further ado, I want to introduce our next guest. Y'all welcome aboard. We have Dante Higgins in the building.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be here outside the box. I'm always thinking outside the box, so this is the perfect show for me.
Yeah, it is. So,
yeah.
You know, I've been following you actually for years. And I know sometimes I drop into your inbox, give you a little word of inspiration and encouragement to let you know we see you, youngin'.
Yeah.
You know, you making moves when you first started doing poetry. All of that, I was just like, man, who is that? Who is that? And then just to see your growth over the years, I just want to say I'm very proud.
I appreciate it. I need all the support.
Yes. So I know what you do. But I want them to know what all you do. So why don't you tell our viewers what it is that you do?
Man, I go by the name of Dante Higgins. I'm a hip-hop artist, southern artist, do rap. I write music for people, do poetry. I design clothes, got my own brand called Good Forever that I donate back to the homeless, people in need of food. Most of the money go back to them, to kids that need backpacks, stuff for Christmas, toy drives. I have some of the biggest toy drives through these clothes and through my own money. Got my own studio coming called Guard Level. The studio called a Throne Room, but the group I'm with called Guard Level, man. And in this studio, everything we do is going to be top notch. If we can't get to Guard Level, we want to fall right up under it. So that means everything coming out this studio got to be some of the best work possible. So that's everything I've been working on right now.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so proud.
Right on.
So proud. I get chills whenever I see that brown boy magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're going to keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? It's somebody out there that's going to be watching this show.
Yeah.
That's going to be inspired. Like I told you, you inspire people that you don't even know paying attention.
Right.
So I want you to keep doing that. Now, where did it begin? You know?
It began in high school, middle school, matter of fact. Two dudes I rap with, Mac and Adam, the freshest MCs. They was screwheads, had the DJ turntable, so I was best friends with their younger brother. And I used to see them rapping all the time, rapping. I always wanted to do it, but they was older, so we could never mess with their stuff. So one weekend, I spent the night at P House at Mac and Adam, and he had his turntable. So we set it up. His brother was like, man, rap, man, they gonna like it. So I did some freestyles or whatever. They came in, was like, man, I love it. And I just started rapping with them ever since.
Oh, man.
It just started growing and growing over the years.
You cold.
Yeah.
You cold. Now, you're also a poet as well.
Right.
So, because you came through to me, I don't know how long you had been on the city, but when I noticed you, it was just like, who is that? Where did that start? Because really poetry, lyricism, it all kind of falls into the same.
Right.
But it's a slight difference in how your delivery. So when did you start doing like wrecking mics?
Seven the Poet, one of the top poets out here.
That's my partner.
Stephanie Bension, she one of the top poets, one of my best friends I went to high school with. She was doing a lot of shows for Seven, and Seven he been jamming my music forever. So I went to a show.
Shout out to Seven.
Yeah,
I'm
shout
sorry.
out to
Shout
Seven
out
the
V.
Poet.
Yeah.
I went to one of his shows to see her perform. And he seen me in the crowd, and he came, he was like, man, you in the building, you gotta spit something. So I'm like, I never did poetry before.
Right.
So he was like, man, your music like poetry. Just take one of your raps
And just
spit it on the stage. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll do it. Went to the car, got my stuff together. So the first one I did the Black Lives Matter. I had just recorded it, so it was kind of fresh on my mind. Got up there, I spit it in like a poetry form. Everybody went crazy over it. So I just kept doing it over the years. So I really don't write poetry. My poetry be my songs.
Yeah.
But when I write my songs, once I get the beat in my head, I cut the beat off and I just write with no beat. So my words and my flow come out kind of offbeat a little bit. So when I cut the beat back on, I have to match my words
to the
with
beat.
the beat.
Yeah.
So when I do poetry, I just do it the way I naturally wrote it, and when I do the song, I do
Just
it
ride the
how I
beat.
match it to the beat.
Straight.
So I keep both of them.
I actually have a video called Facts that I want everybody to see. Check it out.
Facts, my nigga, keep it real. Facts, my nigga, what it is. Facts, my nigga, if I speak it. Facts, my nigga, I really mean it. Facts, my nigga, keep it real. Facts, my nigga, what it is. Facts, my nigga, if I speak it. Facts, my nigga, I really mean it. Niggas wearing Balenciagas, living with they mama. All designer, I can't even understand designer. Keep thinking I'm Frankie Lyman and I'm Frankenstein. Scott Steiner, these hits ain't coming from Pop Warner. Niggas claiming they won't smoke, I got a smoke bomb. Unk smoking that shit that'll make your throat numb. Ain't no hope for 'em, butter with the toast form. I been had the juice and I ain't talking about oat form. How I feel, niggas ain't keeping it real. Like a coach blowing the whistle, you already know the drill. I'm a drill sergeant in Space Jam Jordans. I beg your pardon, I don't beg or pardon, my nigga. Hig, you need to relax, bro, jacuzzi style. I just wanna be elite like the Cousinars. When I ball, bitch, all they hearing is oohs and ahs. So many jobs, I need 3 of me to do my job. When it's beef time, they wanna keep it all rap. If it came from my mouth, then it's all fakes. If it came from my crew, then it's all fakes. Killing and kill, you got smoke, we want all that. Facts, my nigga, keep it real. Facts, my nigga, what it is.
Now, your style is versatile. Your flow is sweet. What inspired you to do music the Hig way? Because it's different.
Well, I grew up a screwhead. DJ Screw, Big Pokey from a neighborhood, Big Mo, Lil Kiki. You couldn't tell me I wasn't Lil Kiki back in the day, Southside. So all I knew, my uncles used to hang with SUC. So I used to see them all the time. I got my hair cut. Well, Big Mo, Pokey, all of them got their haircuts at. The screw shop was right around the corner. I used to ride my bike to the screw shop. So I was SUC crazy. When I went to college on a football scholarship. I met my homeboy from Chicago, Detroit. I started meeting people from other places. So we always comparing music. I'm playing Fat Pat, all this type of stuff. My boy from Detroit, he playing Eminem. My boy from Chicago playing Kanye West, Lupe. So I started hearing other people's music. In Houston, you be trapped in that.
Yeah.
Once I started hearing Kanye, and Kanye wearing the pink vest and all that, Lupe spitting, how he spitting, people in Detroit rapping how they rap, I was like, maybe I need to take my Southern SUC type of style flow that I got and make it on a worldwide stage where everybody can get it. So when I rap, a lot of people think I'm from East Coast, Chicago, here, there, but when they hear my words coming out my mouth, they be like, oh, he from the South, he country. He country as hell. But I try to mix it into everybody else's music. So me going to college, meeting other people, listening to the music they was listening to, Dipset, that would expand in my brain to make me want to write stories. And
now I know you became like a viral sensation. And especially, it was like, I want to say like a year or so, 2 years ago, the Dog-Azz challenge.
Yeah.
And everybody was jamming it. I mean, people was jamming it in their car.
Everywhere I go, somebody either spit. I can't go out without somebody spitting that verse or saying a line to me from that.
Yeah.
Or somebody, it's from the Dog-Azz challenge.
Yeah.
They know me from that Dog-Azz challenge.
Yeah.
A lot of people knew me before it. Like, a lot of people didn't. It was like, man, it's unfair for him to do it.
I should have had the clip for that, man.
I mean, he can't do that, man. He a professional rapper. He can't be. And hey, man, it was crazy.
It went viral though.
Yeah, it went crazy, man. It still be
no shade on the original.
And I wasn't even gonna do it because it had been going on. I wasn't gonna do it, but so many people kept hitting me. Man, you need to do this challenge. So I was like, all right. So I just came up with some stuff in my head right quick. You know what I'm saying? Kept on going over it. So when you have to do the first verse to send it off to enter it.
Yeah.
So when I just put it out, I was like, oh, it was whatever. I did it.
Yeah.
And OTB Fastlane, you know, they went crazy over Kiata.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. So Kiata was like, you know what we going to do? We going to get the 5 people he picked to come to 97.9 and do it. So when he said hit me up, said I was one of the ones, I said, okay, now I'm about to write for it. Now it's really over. So what I did was I just took every dog I could think of. Snoop Dogg, Scooby-Doo, any dog I could think of, Snoopy, I wrote them all on a piece of paper. Yeah. And then as I was putting my lines together, I was like, I'm going to use a dog in every line, a certain dog, and I'm going to spin them all where they all flow together.
Man, oh, I should have had that. Y'all
go
check it out. It's online.
Yeah, I didn't even get to use.
They didn't heard about it. They didn't. If they haven't, they gonna go look for it.
Yeah, I had to take some dogs out. I was like, nah, I can't. It's so many. Just we grew up on so many dog cartoons and shows and Beethoven.
You was ready for that.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna be.
Now, like, did you? Well, let me take it back a moment. So, what was your aha moment that made you want to step out and actually go record verses? Put it out there for the world to be able to consume it.
Well, like I said, I've been since middle school. We was putting our own CDs out in high school with Space Age Family.
Okay.
So I was in the group, but I was the youngest one.
Okay.
When I went to college, when we used to travel playing football, all I used to do was just write, be in the room writing all the time. And my roommate, he was like, man, they having a battle over there across the street for some money, man. You need to go get in it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
easy
man,
money.
I had so many lyrics. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I went over there and just destroyed everybody. So I won the money. Everybody around the school just started knowing me for rapping. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to put out my own CD. So I just wrote all these songs. When I came back to Houston, Magix Mike, who I named my last CD after of it, I went to the studio to record with somebody.
Rest in peace, Magix.
Rest in peace, Magix. And he the one was like, man, you know what? I want to work with you. So I'm fresh out of college. I ain't have a lot of money. He was like, man, listen, whatever you need, I got all my own stuff. I'm going to take care of everything for you.
One of the realest, man.
And you good. And I start working with him. So when I start meeting all these people, I start getting them to come record and buy from Magix Mike. So me and him built a bond that was unbreakable. I knew as kids because I was just at the studio so much. And my first mixtape, Rhymes for Days, came out. That's how MC Kane, High C, a lot of people around Houston got to know me. My homeboy, Carl Spivey, who was going through my emails one day because he was helping me with the music, and he just seen all these rhymes because I used to write it and just send it to my email. He was like, man, what you gonna do with all these lyrics? I was like, man, I used to just write this stuff in class. I mean, it wasn't. He was like, man, you got rhymes for days. And I was like, that's a CD. So I took all those rhymes and made a CD with all those lyrics, and I was just rapping whole beats. And then I got the CDs, Magix Mike pressed them up. I used to go to the club, High C, Kane, Big Tho. I used to give it to them all the time. Every time they seen me, I had a CD for them.
Man, I love that about
MC
you.
Kane had so many CDs in his car. He was like, man, I got the same CD 5 times. He popped it in, and shoot, Frontline Tour with D-Lo, Propane, Kurt Cobain's, Beat King, all that just started happening. And I was the one known for having a backpack on full of CDs. People see me, they be like, oh yeah, come on with it.
Yeah.
Pull out.
Yeah.
So I built a standard of you having to pay for my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I work hard on it. You can give me $3, $4.
Right.
People, it's so good. People was giving me 20s, 50s, or coming back later. I said, man, if it's good, you could take it.
Yeah.
If it's jamming, next time I see you, you could pay me. Somebody see me, oh man, bro. He go 30, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kept on going and going.
Well, I want to ask you about Good Forever.
Right.
Your line. How did that birth?
Good Forever came about. I tore my Achilles playing basketball. And man, this was at one of the most depressed moments. You know what I'm saying? I was depressed, couldn't do music. I tore my Achilles the worst way you could tell. I ripped it. So I couldn't walk for 5-6 months. It was the worst ever. The doctor said, I ain't never seen nobody tear their Achilles like this. And he did. Wow. Yeah, it was bad. So I was just depressed, couldn't walk, wasn't doing music. And I ain't even, we black. We don't even know what depression is. I didn't even know I was depressed.
We don't know how to identify it.
I don't know how to identify. I just know, man, you don't cry. You don't. I didn't know I was depressed until years later, and I look back like, man, I was depressed. Because you don't know when you're depressed. That's what a lot of people, black people, need the black men.
And it's okay to get help. Yeah.
You don't know you depressed. So a lot of my friends I talk to, I'm like, I think you depressed. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, depression real. Now that I look back on it.
Right.
And I was talking to one of my homeboys, and I was just talking to him. He was headed to the club, man. I had the cast on. He was like, man, we gonna pack you to the club. Come on. I was like, nah, I'm chilling, man. I ain't even he broke. You good. Ain't nobody worried about your foot, man. You good forever. You with us.
Yeah.
And when he said that, it stuck with me. I was like, man, you know what? Come get me, man. What am I tripping on my leg for?
Yeah.
And it just stuck with me. Like, I got music, I got family, I got everything I need. All I need is a few months to get my leg right. But it's people out here that something happened to them and they whole leg then got cut off.
Right.
I'm blessed. I'm good forever.
Yeah.
So I say, you know what? I'm finna create a brand, a shirt, a hat, a CD, music. I'm finna put in my lyrics, in my poetry, that whatever you going through, it's somebody doing worse than you who want to be in your position. So anytime you get down or whatever, if you eating a pork chop sandwich, that's all you got, some noodles.
Yeah, be grateful.
Make the best of it. Look down at your shirt that you got on that say good forever and say, man, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm
and just
good
keep
forever.
on trucking.
Now, I was going to ask you a little earlier when you started, did you have a support team? But you just started naming off some of the people that kind of pushed you to your purpose. So it's obvious that you
I wouldn't be where I'm at today without Magix Mike, Mac. He got a CD coming out Friday. Mac gave me my whole style. He taught me how to rap, taught me how to count bars. He still teach me. And if I'm doing a CD, it got to go through him because he not going, yes, ma'am, he going to hear that's trash. That ain't it. I know your potential. I know what you can do. Them boys, them some good. Anybody else that's good,
yeah.
But I know you got more than that. So I'm like, all right, cool. Rip it up. I'm gonna go again.
Yeah.
Him and Magix Mike is the reason why I'm at today.
Now you perform abroad. You're not just local in Houston, because you done walked your puppies. Now, when you travel outside of Houston, because Houston is home, how are you received in cities when you go out there?
Honestly, people love me outside of Houston almost more than they love me in Houston. Okay. And I get a lot of love in Houston, but the thing is, the people in other cities, they come and express the love. If you do something, if you jam, they coming off, you get off stage, they coming, hey man, I want to take a picture.
Yeah.
What you want, they want to. They want to, man, hey, what can I find?
You can get addicted to that.
All that. But, you know what I'm saying?
Because it
Houston,
inspires you.
They love you. You can see them jamming, but when you get off stage, they might still, hey, you was live, bro. Boom. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's cool. Everybody kind of cool. But that's just how we are in Texas.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Austin, other place, they going to let you know, man, you the truth. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Take a picture with my kids and everything.
Yeah.
I'm finna go get my son, man. Come on. I'm going to buy a shirt.
Yeah.
And they going to do all that.
So your merch, it's doing good. That's flourishing for you.
Yeah, I take the merch. The merch, I make more money off the merch. Sometimes when I do shows, I don't even want to. I'm like, man, if you can't pay me or whatever, that's fine. Give me a booth, because once I perform and tell everybody what I got
merch
over here, they gonna come. I'm gonna make more money off the merch than whatever you was gonna give me.
Right.
So it don't even matter. I really be performing to sell the merch, to sell the brand.
Yeah. And that's awesome. That's awesome that you can do that. You know, your gifts are making room for you.
Right.
Yes. So what are some of the things that, some of the people that you had the pleasure of working with? That's what I want to know first.
Man, one of the highlight moments, Bun B had a party in Austin and hit me up to perform at the house party for his birthday. I went, crashed it, killed it. Lil Kiki, I got him on the 1996 remix. That's one of my favorite rappers, inspired me to rap.
Yeah. So to have him, that was like
Lil Kiki, Big Pokey. I'm Big Pokey. That's Unc. Man, ESG. Killer Calleon just did his project. I was on his last one. I done worked Paw Wall.
Paw
Wall. And what's good about it is I don't just beg. I don't like begging or acting. You know what I'm saying? I wait till perfect moments because these people did something. So I feel like, man, I gotta prove myself to get to a level to ask Paul Wall, hey, well, cause so it don't be no. Yeah, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, 2,000, 3,000. It be, man, I see you out here working, you doing what you do. Let me know what you need. You know, oh, this is it right here. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Rather than you ain't proven nothing, ain't did nothing yet. Cause you want a relationship with these people. I don't just want a verse from Paul Wall. I want a friendship with them. Yeah. And if they see you working every time you see him, you dab, it's all good.
It's good, yeah. Paul Wall, he real down to earth.
Yeah, Paul Wall, man, Kiati, J-Mac, man, all them people, man.
Yeah, you know, that H-Town love.
Yeah.
You know, but you earned it. Yeah, you definitely earned it. You didn't come out looking for no handouts. Your work, your talent.
I was doing my own concerts, Warehouse Live, selling my own tickets. We was doing all that stuff.
What advice can you give someone that's looking to do? Matter of fact, let me twist it up a little bit because you've actually identified something here on the show. You identified that you recognized that you were dealing with depression, and you also identified the call that kind of like snapped you out of it to remind you that you were good forever. What advice could you give someone that might be dealing with that need to be inspired to get out there and go get it and come back with it because they good forever?
This my thing. Whoever I'm talking to, whenever I'm talking to them, even if I feel like I'm smarter than them. Most people I talk to, I actually feel like I'm smarter than them. But anybody that talk to me, I feel like it's something I can get from them without them knowing that they giving it to me.
Right.
So when I talk to somebody and I listen to him, he might talk for a whole hour, but it might be one line of something he said that inspired me to do a CD, to make a shirt or something where it just clicked me like, oh man, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use that. So every time I talk to people, it might be somebody that say something that point out to you where you got a flaw, you got depression, you might be of something they telling you about theyself. You're like, man, I did that. Maybe maybe I need some help. Maybe I need to go and treat my girl better. I had a homeboy used to open the door. He opened the door for his girl all the time. I mean, he always opened the door. I'm going to go open the door for my girl all the time. You know what I'm saying?
We need more homeboys like that around.
You know what I'm saying? It just like...
show you how to be mean.
Yeah, you can learn from people. I learn from the people around me. That's what I learned from.
Well, you were blessed to have an environment of legends around you, kind of like pushing you to your purpose. You know, so again, rest in peace, Magic. He gave a lot back, Magic to a lot of artists that's out there in Houston. You know, he used to show love.
In the Magic studio, you know, that CD came about. I was doing music. My music just wasn't coming out like I wanted it to, because I know my music, what I can do. And I was, you know what I'm saying, I was with Breadwinner. I was with a label that I wasn't really happy on. You know what I'm saying? Everything wasn't clicking like it was supposed to be clicking. And I got with them after Magic. And I was talking to Mac, who helped me do all my music. And I was like, man, it's just like my word, it just, I'm not feeling the music. Because if I do it, I got to feel it. I didn't record everybody like, oh, it's the greatest ever. But it ain't clicking with me. And he was like, man, come over here to the home studio. We going to start working. And then as we started working, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I had some of my best moments making music in Magic Studio with Magic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and create a CD of me being in Magic Studio. And Mac was like, man, that's smart. We could find clips of Magic. We got so much stuff with them. Yeah. And create it like we recording with Magix Mike. So we called the CD Magic Studio. And I had so much fun making that CD. It was like a tribute back to him. And it got me back in my zone of making music, made me feel comfortable. Like, this the type of music that I was making with Magic and that I'm supposed to be making. I'm delivering a message. Yeah. Rather than talking about diamonds and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I like that. It's levels.
Levels, yeah.
Matter of fact, I got another video. Levels. I want y'all to check that out.
Levels to this shit. I be on the creep like TLC. He to eat a nigga like a BLT. Boys won't smoke till I see them, then they start to backpedal on a nigga, they got Dion feet. I call that fake beef, beyond me. Hi Davis, that is beyond me. She be on one and she coming with two. When it's Ice Cube League, baby, 3-on-3. And I be inspired, there's a whole lot of animals around me. It's feeling like Jumanji. I be inspired, there's a whole lot of bad chicks around me. I wonder, can she do laundry? I need me a big old freak. Shit, but she gotta have class like a CLC. I know she wanna walk this way, that's cool, but the freak better run. DMC. Man, I'm a bad motherfucker in the seats parkaded. Can't believe it ain't butter. The boy got dry like a shuttle. Rim so clean, I stop before I drive in the puddle. Guard level, I ride for my people. Got a J-Lo on my side like I'm Alex Rodriguez. All she eat is queso and fajita. All she ever box is shoes. She don't even box pizza. Believe her, bruh, I don't even eat Fritos. Cause all of my people, they just wanna be Frito. Jack boys plotting, thinking they can get some Frito. End up laid like Fritos. Nigga, I'm a neighborhood hero. Read a hate of mine like Cleo. Ain't too many lame niggas we know. Any given Sunday, if niggas wanna ball, I'm Jamie and Al Pacino. Yeah.
Man, Dante, that's another fire clip right there. I wanted to ask you another question because you started so young,
Right.
but you found your purpose in your passion. If there was something that you could do differently, what would it be?
Something I could do differently. Well, when I started off, I was doing a lot of stuff with people I grew up with, my immediate friends and family, and we was all putting in Magix Mike, making music, doing what we had to do. So it was always a closed, tight circle. But after you go on for so long and you really rising, but you feel like you're not rising fast enough. And one thing Bun B told me, he said, man, the music you make, what you do, is not like other people. So it's going to take at least 10 years for you to grasp and people really appreciate what they getting. Like, these people ain't blow up, but me and Pimp ain't blow up overnight. It take years. So my thing is, I'm coming up on that 10 years now, and I feel the most comfortable in my music. I feel like I done found my style. I done found where I'm supposed to be now. If I would have got picked up or something back then, I didn't know the music business. I hadn't been through a contract with somebody. I done been through all that now. I done been through somebody, we gonna pick the beats and you rap, all that. Now I know when you go in there, this is what I want to do because I done already did all this, so I don't need your help on none of this. This is what I'm gonna do for you.
Right.
Can you help me? When you go looking for help, people gonna help you the way they want to help you. When you go in there, I don't need your help. This is what I got and I can do. They gonna help. They gonna try to get in where they can fit in at.
They'll
Like,
do whatever you need them to do.
Yeah. Know what I'm saying? So if I could change one thing, that little break in my career where I felt like I needed somebody else or a cosign or something, and I went looking for it, I wish I wouldn't have never did that, because that put a little break in my career. Now I'm back on how I used to be, and it's back to where it was. I should have just kept it going so I wouldn't even have that little break in the middle.
Well, guess what?
But I learned from it. I needed that.
You about to be good forever.
Good forever.
All right. Well, for those that are watching, I want them to be able to keep up with you.
Right.
You do have your own YouTube page where people can
right.
go and check out all your stuff that you put out there, your music, your videos. You have all type of clips that they can follow. I went and check them all out.
Yeah.
And then you also have your website.
Right.
That's where they can go and they can really stay up to date. You have your shows and everything on there, so they can go to Dante Higgins. What is that? DanteHigginsMusic.com.
Yeah.
And then also they can like and follow your Instagram page.
I made everything easy for everything. Everything is Dante Higgins. Everything.
Yes.
So if you want to find me, you can just Google Dante Higgins. It's pages and pages and pages of work I done put in back to back to back of Dante Higgins, DanteHigginsMusic.com, Dante Higgins Instagram, Dante Higgins on Twitter, Dante Higgins on Facebook. The clothing is Good Forever 86.
Okay.
Good Forever 86. You can get all the clothes, see all the clothes on there, and any way you want to find me. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to remind our viewers you can check us out on multiple platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And you can also find us on Facebook under Onay the CEO. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another segment. I want to thank you again, Dante.
Anytime,
and you guys
anytime.
are officially outside the box.